Hi everyone. So, as I did started a series on Epoch where I used the JSRS mod, Soundmod. I said I'd, I think in the description I said I'd do a video on how to install it and run it both on Arma 2 and on DayZ mods and Island Life, etc. So, okay, let's get started. Right, so you'll need to go to this page. It'll be the first one in the list. This is the JSRS page. Then you'll have to download this. I usually find that the second one works better. The first one's a lot of the time, for some reason, I lead back to the page. See? You can see the URL at the bottom. It's going to the same. It's going back to the page again. So, download that. I've already got it downloaded. And community-based add-ons. See, that first one's not a download, that's a download. This is a much smaller file. JSRS is quite big. It's about 4 gig, I think. So then what you do is, you go to where you've got them stored.
Can you promise that I will come back? No.
Shut the hell up. I do apologise. So first thing we want is community-based add-on, which is this one. And we also need to open up our Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead directory. So program files 86 for me because I'm using a 64-bit Windows 7. If you're using 32, you'll just have program files. Okay, then we go down to Steam for me. I'm sure for most of you, you're probably using it through Steam. Then Steam Apps, Common, Operation Arrowhead. Then you just drag this across to there, drop it in. Then you'll have all this. Right, now there's something else you have to do. What you do is you go down.
Can you promise?
Really? Unbelievable. Okay, so we need to go to expansions now, then keys, and we're going to open the, I think it's the store page, yep, keys, and then copy both of those two in. Interesting. Okay, so that's that done. Now the next thing I need to, oh no it isn't, sorry. Can't believe I did that. Not a problem. So we go back again, and then go to keys, which is under expansion, and then you'll still have this open hopefully. Copy these in to here as well. See, I've already got them in here, but I didn't have them in the other one. Oh well, I have now. Okay, so we're finished with the community-based add-ons. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with JSRS. I need to keep this open actually. So it's JSRS 1.5. JSRS Mod final. As you can see, it takes a little longer to open because it's bigger. So I'm not using JSRS Ace, I'm using JSRS. I haven't tried JSRS Ace actually. So the same again, you're going to drag this one, JSRS, at JSRS 1.5, you're going to drag that across and drop it in. Then once you get it in, we're going to do this. You're going to do an underline instead of a space, like that. And then I'm going to go back down to expansions, keys, and I think it's in, yeah, server key. So you just drag that across. There it is, JSRS 1.5 server key. Actually, we need to keep that open. So then we go back again, and then do it the same in keys. So it's an expansion, keys and keys, or just keys. So drag that in. There we go. Right, now, okay, for me, I'm using this launcher. I use it to launch Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead and also DayZ Mod's Wasteland, Island Life. Now, with Wasteland, it very rarely you'll find a server that works with JSRS or CBA. Right, so I'm assuming actually that most of you, or a lot of you, will be using this, which I don't really use. I certainly don't use it for launching purposes, but I do use it for downloading the mods. That's all I use it for actually. So then what you're going to need to do, so let's see if I've got any servers in here. Okay, that doesn't actually exist anymore, but never mind. What you'd do is you'd have, for example, you'd have all this because it's a Celle server. You'd have -mod equals at DayZ_conflicts, semicolon at DayZ_Celle, and then semicolon again at MBG_Celle. Then you can have at the end of that, if you want to do JSRS, you're going to have this. You're going to have, actually you only need that bit because you already got the -mods at the beginning. So you'd have it like that. So then you'd have at after Celle. So if it was epoch, this would just have, you wouldn't have anything actually if you were running on DayZ Commander. You'd have at CBA_CO semicolon at JSRS_1.5 semicolon. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's go to one of my servers that I play on. Okay, if I'm playing Island Life, I have the Island Life. I hate that. I don't like that single click. Gets rid of things. So for me, I have, that's the mod. That actually the actual Island Life, then CBA, and then JSRS 1.5. I can't help thinking that should be, I'm going to try closing it down and opening it again because I don't think it's updated. Because yeah, there we go, now it's updated. Okay, let's get back to that then. So there's Island Life, and then also JSRS. So you've got FFG, which is Fast Forward Gaming, which is the server I've been playing on, and because they, I think for each server of Island Life you have to download their individual Island Life file because they're all custom. Then the CBA and then the JSRS. So once you got all those three, you just, and obviously you'd have the IP and the port optimize. You just click launch game. Okay, so I also said that I was going to show you how to do a Soundmod as well. Sorry, I went a bit blank there. See, that's not a download link either. So it's the FTP2 ones always seem to work, but the FTP ones, they need to be sorted out. So you download this zip file. Have I already got it? No, apparently not. So this is quite small, it's only 114 megabytes. just pause while this downloads. Okay, so it's downloaded. So then you open it up, so we can close that window now. And let's get that one open. Go back to Operation Arrowhead, and then you simply drag it into there. I usually drag it onto where it says name, like that. Ah, right, okay. So basically, yes to all. Yes to all. You won't have to do that. Right. Similar thing. Expansion, keys. There you go. You can see I've already got it in there. You'll find it in store, keys. There we go. So you just drag that across like so. Why isn't it asking me if I guess it's going to ask me afterwards. Yeah. Okay, why not? It's exactly the same size, so I'm guessing it's the same. But I'll put it in anyway because I just... right, sorry. Then, once we've been into expansions, then we go into keys. Do the same again. So there we go. There we go. Now that's all done. We're finished with all that. So then, say, let's say for example, you want to play Epoch with the Soundmod. So you'd have at DayZ Epoch. You wouldn't have to have that if you're playing on something like DayZ Commander. You just have the Soundmod, which is at ASEX_SM, which is up there in the list, and you just launch the game. If you're playing something different, like say I'm playing Island Life. Why is that? That is weird. Okay, I think I know why. So if I was playing Island Life and I wanted to play with Ace instead of JSRS, I will say this about JSRS. It can cause some rubber banding, so be aware of that. If you have a lot of rubber banding issues with it, I'd recommend using Ace instead. Ace doesn't sound quite as good, because like the overall sounds on JSRS I think are a lot nicer, like the footsteps, the ambient sounds just feel wider, you know, kind of like they surround you more, and also the gun sounds are a lot more scary, I guess would be a good way of putting it. So let's look at this. Look, so let's say for example you were playing your Overpoch. So you'd have, these would be your launch parameters for DayZ Commander, because you'd have all the you'd already downloaded Overwatch and Epoch, so you'd have dash mod equals at DayZ Overwatch semicolon, then the next mod, which is at DayZ_Epoch, then the sound mod's always at the end, so it's another semicolon at ASEX_SM. See, exactly the way it is there. And that's all you need to know, really. Like for example, if I was playing Overwatch, and I wanted to use JSRS sounds instead, I'd go semicolon at CBA_CO semicolon at, oops, sorry, missed, at, I think it's JSRS there. Yeah, JSRS 1.5 at JSRS underscore, that's important, 1.5. So that would be it. But obviously you're probably not going to do that because one of the great things about Overwatch is it's got nice sounds of its own. But say Origins, you can't really use any sound mods with. I think that's down to the developers. They're very kind of protective over their mod. I think they've been taken court for it. So I think that explains everything. So I'm going to do there'll be two short clips at the end. One will be with Ace, one will be with JSRS, one will be with Ace. Actually, just before I do that, let's say, I don't need to save that. Let's say you just want to play Arma 2. So you just clear all that, clear that. If you just want to play Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead and you want the sound mod on it, so what you do is you just have that in there and then JSRS. What you can do is you can go into your library on Steam, right click, launch options. So basically you'd have at the beginning, let's get those launch parameters up again, go away, okay. So if I was doing JSRS, I'd want that one. So right click, properties, set launch options. This here is basically for optimizing. So I'd have this first, then a semicolon, I think a space as well. Actually no, it'd be at the end. Optimize first, I'd have a space. Something like it's got a space. Okay. Yeah, there we go, it's got a space. Yep. So after the thing, so after the optimization parameters. So for you, if you weren't optimizing it, I'm just going to cut that. There we go. So that's what you'd have. You'd have dash mod equals at CBA underscore CO semicolon. It's very important, the semicolon. Don't need one at the end. Semicolon at JSRS underscore 1.5. Now say you were using, you wanted to use ASX or Ace Sound Mod, you'd do this instead. So it'd be, so all that's changed is what's after the at. The first at is ASX underscore SM. So that's how you would run it if you just wanted to do it playing Operation Arrowhead. I'd definitely recommend this. I'm using 0.9, it's up to like 1.3 or something now, maybe even higher. I haven't talked to Mark in a while, so I haven't seen him around. Okay, so I'm just going to put what I had back in there. Oh, crap. Oh, sorry, I got it all here. Because I don't launch it from here anyway. But actually, for the purpose of, yeah, no, I don't. So okay, I'll see you on that. I'm going to do a JSRS example and an Ace example, just so you can get an idea of the gun sounds. Okay, so right, this is using JSRS. Let me run on some. I've got no Z aggro on, so you can hear you got this nice firm sort of sound. Got a couple of guns on me. Right, this is a Mark 17 EGLM. you listen to it in here. Worst down sites in history, or the worst. No, he's getting inside. Let's open the door up then. So you can hear the echo. Actually, I'm going to put the sounds up a bit higher so you can get a bit more feel of the kind of ambient sounds as well. I love the wind sound. Didn't even attack. Okay, let's get the DMR out of my backpack. Now this is nice. Hear the bolt coming back. Right. And if I'm in here, just kind of first person. Wrong button. Right. What else have we got in here? Ah yes, a Lapua. Very nice. This sounds beautiful on JSRS. That bolt. Okay, something else. Oh yeah, I want to show you some vehicles actually. I'm just going to spawn in an SUV because the SUV on JSRS has got a particularly... I'll do a regular spawn, not a hive spawn, because I don't want it to be here after the server restarts. Oh, it's a bit laggy getting this down. Any old one, doesn't really matter. There we go. A nice pink one. Right, now listen to this growl. Sorry, my left key doesn't work all the time. I need to clean my keyboard out. Now I'm going to get a Humvee because the Humvee's quite interesting. Another vehicle. Humvee. Just a normal Humvee. Don't want a one with a gun on it. Actually, why not? Oh, okay, it hasn't got a gun on it anyway. Right. Now, one of the things I like about the Humvees, listen to this. spawn an Osprey and just start the engine. Spawn menu, spawn vehicle. Right. Doesn't really matter. Just can't sell it to the trader, that's all. Got no intentions of doing so. Radio. Can you hear that? There's faint sort of people talking on the radio. Okay. AK as well. Don't think I've got any AKMs. If you watched my my previous 3 videos on this server, I was using Ace and I was using this gun. And I also used the KSVK, which sounded pretty beastly as well. So it's got more of an explosive sound, you know. Right, let's get the AK and then. So it's a lot more sharp and dirty sounding than the vanilla Arma sounds. Right, I'm just gonna get back into my base, log off, and I'll do the Soundmod as well. So I'll be right back. Okay, now to show you what the gun sounds like, guns and vehicles sound like on Ace. And get out the flaming door. Right, you'll notice a lot of difference between this and JSRS. I mean, that's pretty nice actually. Right, let's yeah, bolt going and the next bullet going in. This the one thing you don't get, if I remember rightly. See, doesn't matter if you're in a building, you don't get that echo that you do with JSRS. I think to try this and right. DMR, I have to say, is a little bit disappointing in Ace. Doesn't sound quite as nice as it does on JSRS. It sounds, a lot of the guns have got a similar-ish sound. I mean, it's nice. But when I get I'm going to get a Stanag gun. I've got one around here. Yes, I have. Yes, a lot of the guns do sound like this. It sounds like a snare drum, I think. Okay, so where did I put that SUV? Now this sounds, I think, quite similar to the regular sounds. In fact, it sounds exactly the same as regular Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead sounds. It's almost like a snare, a very tightly tuned snare drum. So you don't get any of the radio sounds. It's kind of nice though, it's got that kind of, I don't know how to describe it really. Where have I got my backpack? Alright, yeah. Okay. Yeah, most of the vehicles have got very similar sounds to regular Arma sounds. I'm going to try the liqueur, I think. So you've heard what this sounds like on JSRS, which sounded absolutely beast. See, nowhere near as good. It's nice. You know, it's definitely better than the regular sounds, which are kind of something and nothing really. They're very quiet, but you know, like the AS50. Actually, I'm going to spawn a box and get an M107 and an AS50 because I think you'll like the difference. Should have done this on JSRS as well, because I'll tell you what, the sound of the AS50 and the M107 on JSRS are absolutely that's proper explosive, but okay, because obviously those of you who are very familiar with Arma 2 will know that the AS50 is the quietest sniper, which is ridiculous when it's a 50 cal, whereas the M107 is the loudest sniper. Careful where you look at it. Please don't delete my backpack. Thank you for not deleting my backpack. Right. That's pretty nice. You can still hear the echo of it, or the reverb of it. Alright, let's put it back because I haven't got one, so I'm not going to take one. Bye bye box, and close the door. Bye bye world. Okay. So thanks for watching. I hope you've found it useful. And enjoy yourself with the wonderful new sounds. Bye-bye for now.